HMD! Anyways, this is my HMD driver support group. We got 3 members. Oh, yeah, okay. Josh, Keith, and myself. So Keith is the new member. Yeah, I don't think he's hired on yet. But this has pretty much just been how Josh and I have been communicating. But now Keith is there, so we actually got a group. What's up? I'm thinking about joining the company. How do you like it? Is it really what they say it is? Okay. Overall, I think HMD might be okay if you get a good dispatcher. Josh is flatbed. He likes it. As far as I know, he's happy. Of course, he's a hard runner. You know, he's making $2,000, approximately $2,000 a week. How many miles he's getting, I'm not 100% sure, but he definitely runs harder than I do, so he makes more money than I do. I run sun up to sundown if I can, and I run pretty much legal. I don't fudge my book hardly at all. Towards the end of the week when I'm trying to get home, I might go back and edit my logbook. But like when I get to the customer, I do a 5-minute check-in. When I'm unloading, I do a 15-minute unload. And then depends on the situation, I might do another 5-minute checkout. So with HMD, you got to do a minimum of 20 minutes at the customer unload. Where this company that I'm at now, they're not so much worried about that. 15 minutes, I think, is the minimum. 10 or 15. But, you know, I do, depending on the location, how quickly they check me in, you know, I might do a 5-minute check-in, like right here. I did a 5-minute check-in. Now I'm waiting to get unloaded. And but with this company, I got to do, when I get to the customer, I got to scale in and I got to scale out. So I'll either do a 5-minute check-in or scale, and then a 5-minute check-in or scale, or check out or scale, and then 15-minute load or unload. Now if they load me on a scale, because some of these plants, I'm a tanker driver now again, but some of these locations, you know, have a scale at the they load you while you're sitting on a scale. So your check in and check out, or your scale, time would be the same time as your load time. So there may or may not need to be a check-in or check-out. And technically, I don't need to do a check-in or check-out. I just do that. And I also do a pre-trip and a post-trip. I do a 15-minute pre-trip, a 15-minute post-trip. Except for when I'm leaving the house, I'll do a 30-minute. And then whenever I get home, I'll do a 30-minute. You know? Those are only 2 times that I do 30-minute pre-trip and post-trip. Now, I do my logbook, you know, like say I log at the end when I do my inspection, I do it as a post-trip. So, if I need to go back and get more hours, for whatever reason, at the end of the week, I'll go back and delete my pre-trips, because I only really need 1. So, yeah, but yeah, I only need a post-trip or a pre-trip. But like I said, when I do my inspection on my logbook, I do it as a post-trip. So if I ever need more hours, I just go back and delete my pre-trips. That's about the only thing that I can go back and edit, because everything else I do pretty tight. But I don't run balls to the walls like some people. So I may get 2,000, 2,500 miles a week. Oh, I also run under my governor. So my governor is set as 70. So I usually run like 67, 68 miles an hour. So I don't spend 30 minutes trying to pass somebody, because these motherfuckers won't slow down if, you know, you're struggling to pass them. I slow down. When I see somebody struggling to pass me, I slow down. But most people won't. They'll make you stay out there as long as it takes to get around them. So that's why I run about 67, 68. I'm coming up on somebody real slow, boom, I bump it up to 70. If that's not passing them fast enough, then I put my foot in it. I can do 71. And then when I get around them, then I don't back it down right away, because I hate when people cut in front of me and then slow down. So, you know, I'll get in front of them. Like, say if I got my foot on the throttle, I'll get in front of them, then I'll let my foot off the throttle, then I'm doing 70. When I pull away from them a little bit, then I'll bump it down to 69, and then a little bit more, 68, so on and so forth. So, yeah. But anyways, so yeah, I don't run balls to the walls. Otherwise, yeah, I'd make a little bit more money. But I'm averaging $1,300 a week. Now, my company, the recruiter, said I can average what Josh is averaging without killing myself. So, I'm still waiting to see that, but probably not going to happen. Recruiters tend to lie to you. And that's another reason why I created this HMD driver group. So, you can get a second opinion, because the recruiters probably lied to you like they lied to me. Now, the recruiters were fairly honest with me. One of the main thing they lied to me about was they said I can get 2 full days home. And so the whole year I was there, I was fighting for those 2 days off, and dispatch would never let me have it. Well, I take that back. Never. My original dispatcher was cool about it. And even my second substitute temporary dispatcher was cool about it. But after that, I had problems. Until the end, when I had Ben. You know, Ben honored it, but he was kind of on the fence with honoring it, because he wasn't supposed to honor it. But yet, I was told they were. So, you know, it was a conflict of interest. And, but Ben was cool. Ben was cool. I didn't have Ben long enough to let you know whether or not he's cool long term, but short term, he seemed pretty cool. That being said, I'll put this link in the description section as well. Legacy Express is out of Joliet, Illinois. And my original dispatcher, Carlo, works for them. So, before you make a decision to go to HMD, sign up to both of these groups, talk to Carlo and maybe existing drivers that are there, because John used to work for HMD and he's probably going to go work for Legacy Express under Carlo. Let's see, I think another driver might be going there as well. I think that's it so far. But we had Carlo created a driver group for his drivers before he quit HMD. And a half dozen of us still communicate. So let me do this. HMD. Invite. I'm going to invite Carlos' group that he created for us. I'm going to go there real quick. See if that propagated. There it is. Cool. I created this group a little bit ago before I quit. I guess it's not going to voice text. I created this group before I quit. There is a new guy in there. If you want to join and talk to him. I think it's a guy. Yeah, Keith, I think his name was. I'll also refer to the Legacy Express driver support group if he wants to talk with Carlo as well. Happy face. Bang. Created this group before I quit. There's a new guy in there if you want to join and talk to him. I'll also refer to Legacy Express driver support group if he wants to talk to Carlo as well. Alright, cool. Yeah, you know, I'm not here to cutthroat, but like I said, Ben, I might actually refer Ben to this group. I'll ask him if he's still with HMD, and but I'm trying to get Ben to go over to Legacy Express so that he can have better opportunity, because Carlo's making more money at Legacy Express than he is at HMD. So yeah, and if Ben is as good as I think he is, because I'm not going to swear by it, but you know, he was good to me while I was there. But if he's as cool as I think he is, then, you know, I want him to have a better opportunity, because HMD is paying them pennies. So, yeah, and they live in the same area. So, they went to college together. So, like I said, if he's cool, then, then, yeah, I'd like to see him make better money, because HMD ain't paying him enough. But anyway, let's go back. Here we are. That's what deposited in my account after taxes. What do you do, flatbed or dry? And Keith says, I'm doing dry van. You do flatbed, right? Read some of the messages to get a feel of everything. That's good pay. He said, yeah, man. I mean, I don't know about dry van. Some people love it. Some people hate it. If you have hazmat and tanker endorsement, you will work for benefit. And you'll probably make more money over there. It's basically, it all depends on your dispatcher. Pretty much, yeah. If your dispatcher sucks, your job's gonna suck. Hands off. It's definitely hands off over there, though. Hands off. I don't understand, but oh well. After 3 p.m., good luck reaching somebody. That's true. We communicate through text since their English is so rough. Where you work now? Nah, nowhere at the moment. Took some time off, ready to get back to it. I saw you say you're from Pittsburgh. I'm from Philly. Okay, so he'll be over the road. That being said, Midwest Regional might get out there, but probably not. I would assume it isn't hard getting home. And how do I get a good dispatcher? Or did Kano say anything? Okay. Alright, let's see here. Julie's extension. opportunity, yeah. 355. Alright, boom, Shaka. I'm pretty sure she's still working there. Because usually when they change hands, they'll change the names on their accounts. And the faces will change. So, maybe, you know. Like this guy, he changed his profile, but I didn't know his name, so I just changed his name to not Carlo anymore. Alex, he was okay. Carlo didn't like him, but I didn't have too much trouble with him. But he was Midwest Regional, I think, maybe? I don't know. So, Larry sucks. I think he's a narcissist. Not sure. But he sucks. And, let's see here. What was his name? I don't want to make his name wrong because I was saying Peter. I think it was Paul. Yeah, Paul. Paul's no good either. Paul's better than Larry. But, you know, he'd be my second to last pick. But Larry, he's horrible. So yeah, if you're a former HMD driver, and you had a good dispatcher, or you know of a good dispatcher to refer somebody to, you know, you can leave it in the comment section or sign up to this group. Oh wow, there's 5 members in here now. Okay, Carlo and Bonnie signed up. So, boom, Shaka. I think somebody just liked something or something. So, I won't put Carlo's link in here, although Carlo's in here, so he can talk in here as well. But I'll put it in the description section of my video that I'm doing right now, and I'll upload it. And then you can go talk to Carlo there, or I guess you could talk to him here since he signed up here as well. But here, like I said, this is an HMD support group, but Carlo knows people there. So he might be able to tell you who's a good dispatcher there and who to avoid if you do go there. And if you're not happy there, then you'll be able to talk to him about going over the legacy. Because the companies aren't, in the U.S., the companies aren't very far apart from one another. So, you know, you can bounce from HMD and go to Legacy if you're not happy pretty easily. I think they're about 30 minutes apart. Legacy's in Joliet, and HMD's in Chicago. So, if tankers don't work out, or this company don't work out, I might try Legacy. But I'm skeptical about going back to dry van. I'm a tanker yanker. It's like Josh. Josh likes flatbed. I like tankers. I only went to HMD because I put in an application at another company for tankers, and HMD contacted me. I guess that website sold my information, and HMD contacted me. Of course, that's another place HMD lied to me in recruiting. They're like, I asked them how they found out about me, and they go, "Oh, you liked us on Facebook." Then I went to Facebook and checked it out, and I was like, I never liked them on Facebook. I never did anything on Facebook with them. So, and my phone number's not in my Facebook profile. I have Ron Paul's 1-800 number, where he used to do his weekly recordings. So, how did they get my phone number? That website had to sell my information to them. But anyways, nonetheless, they offered me more money, so I was like, alright, yeah, I'll go check it out. And overall, I think it was alright. It was alright. I mean, I only got like 1,500 miles a week on average. But I was still making about what I'm making here. But they were skimming my paycheck. And the problem with HMD is if you have a shitty dispatcher and they're not doing your layovers and your demurrage properly, you won't get paid. It don't matter if you report it. If they don't report it, you're screwed. And you know, they treat you like you're a liar. Because it's like if you report that you should have got paid, they just ignore you. If your dispatcher doesn't report it, it didn't happen. And that sucks. So, and then, like I said before in a previous video, if you have, say, 2.5 or 2.75 hours demurrage or detention time, you're only going to get paid for the 2. Actually, you won't get paid at all because you have to give the customer 2 hours. So technically, you have to give them 3 hours because they won't pay you for any fractions. It's on the hour. So you technically have to be there for 3 hours or you don't get paid. If you're there for 3.5 hours, you only get paid that 1 extra hour. You don't get paid 1.5. You get 1. And that's another problem I had with HMD. Other than that, the pay was fairly accurate. And when I left, I didn't take any PTO time. So when I left, I got a bonus check, $1,000 bonus check. But the biggest problem I had with them is they won't give you 2 days off. It's only 1.5 days. They'll get you home Saturday night. You'll have Sunday off, and they expect you to leave Monday morning. 34-hour reset. That's it. And then that layover detention thing that I just explained. Those, I think, are the 2 biggest problems I had with them. Like I said, you get a good dispatcher, you'll be alright. You get a fucked up dispatcher, you're gonna be fucked up. So, yeah, just ask around, make sure you get a good dispatcher, and overall, I think you'll be okay. But that's about it, really. Yeah, if Carlo was working there, I'd probably go back. But again, they don't pay their dispatchers very good. So, you know, personally, I think they should be paying closer to $1 a mile. But that's just my opinion. And you know what they say about opinions? Opinions are like rear ends. Everyone's got them, and most of them stink. So, I'll close this out at that. Yeah. So, if you want to talk to Carlo, you can talk to him in here, but I'll attach his group that I created for him in the description of this video. Alright, bye.
Despite the commitment you think you've secured, and despite the attention you feed her, nothing she promises is guaranteed, and she may not be there when you need her. So don't put the weight of your world on a woman. Just love her the best that you can. Show her your power, that you'd be just fine without her, and you'll be her favorite man. She doesn't want someone who she can control, and she doesn't want someone to stare in her soul. But if you can be still in the eye of her storm, then she'll be your #1 fan. Don't put the weight of your world on a woman. Just love her the best that you can. Show her your power, that you'll be just fine without her, and you'll be her favorite man. She doesn't want someone who she can control, and she doesn't want someone to stare in her soul. But if you can be still in the eye of her storm, then she'll be your #1 fan. If you can be still in the eye of her storm, then she'll be your #1 fan.